2013. Did you tour manage Chiodos on Warped Tour?
I did. Yes.
Perfect. Great.
Okay.
We're on track. My memory serves me right.
I'm
So
I've
I was,
I've worked tours. Yeah. So
yes, I was probably 17 years old. And at the time, I was just in the press area doing interviews. I still had like a DIY YouTube channel. So I just blended in a sea of teenagers in the press area trying to make it for themselves at the time. And I
okay.
remember you walked into the room with Chiodos and I was doing an interview with them and you brought them over to me. And I was like, who is that? Because you kind of commanded the room and not in a way that was over the top or anything dramatic. You just kind of like owned the room like in your power. And
Thanks.
being a 17-year-old who, at the time, 2013, you still didn't really have examples of female tour managers or really many women. I remember Bethany in the press area was somebody I really looked up to at the time, but there weren't many others. I never forgot how the interaction with you made me feel and what an example you became. Um, it,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it was huge. And I mean, look, it's like what, 12 years later, I'm still like, yeah, that was sick.
Cool, but it turns out behind the scenes it was all women back there. It was Lisa Brownlee as a
Yeah.
tour manager who's before my time, and then
hmm
Kate Truscott was back there. So there was so many women behind me as well, but they just never came out of the office, so you never
That's
saw
the
them.
thing. I never saw them. And I'm so glad now I've seen them. And I hope everybody knows their names. I want everyone to know their names because
Yeah.
badasses. Where did that confidence come from? Is that some like how did you kind of build the mindset of being able to walk in a room and own it like that? Because I think that's something probably a lot of people strive for in their professional life.
Ooh, I think just practice for that because in 2013 I would have been doing it since 2005. And I only learned that from the others that came before me. So I had a ton of allies too, that if I had questions, I could ask them. So like Rob Lonke was the front of house and accountant for Rob Zombie. And any sound question I had, he like always gave me the time of day. And sometimes I didn't deserve it. Like sometimes I was naughty and like would plug my USB key into his console for no reason, like charge it. And then like Bruce Ryder, who did Static X at the time, he would also let me ask questions all day long. So I think by being around these powerful men too, it showed me how to be a powerful woman that acted like a man, maybe. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for allies. And then I had a huge mentor in the small town where I'm from. His name was Yankton Southern, and Yankton taught me all the first things I knew about sound. So I would say allies the first thing, and then second practice, and then third you also have seen what works and what doesn't. So being hard and strict sometimes doesn't work with a band, and instead being kind and empathetic and getting it gets it done better. So that's
Yeah,
my 2 years.
it's great advice too because I get asked it a lot, and I'm sure you do too, of like how to even get into this industry in the first place. And those I feel like those tips also kind of apply in terms of finding your way into this in the first place, is having mentors and gaining practice and all of those things.